Hello guys, today we are going to talk about Frei's syndrome. Before going into syndrome proper, we are going to understand some of our basic concept regarding the regeneration of nerve fibers. This is a structure of a peripheral nerve in which we can see three nerve sheaths which are epineurium, perineurium, endoneurium. Endoneurium is going to surround the individual nerve fiber, whereas perineurium it is going to surround the bundle of nerve fibers, and epineurium it is going to surround whole of the nerve trunk. The concept which are important for nerve regeneration is the endoneurial sheath should be intact. Second, for occurrence of a syndrome like Frei's, the injury should occur in a mixed nerve. Mixed nerve means it is carrying the fibers of sensory, motor as well as autonomic. What happens actually, as one type of fibers are injured, they get entrance to other type of fibers during the regeneration process. Let's understand this more clearly by getting the example of our Frei's syndrome. So guys, this is our auriculotemporal nerve. Auriculotemporal nerve is a branch of mandibular nerve, which in turn is a branch of trigeminal nerve. Let's see the normal supply of the auriculotemporal nerve. We are seeing here sympathetic fibers. These sympathetic fibers goes and supply the sweat glands and blood vessels. We can see here the sensory fibers. These sensory fibers are going to supply the cutaneous receptor for pain, touch, temperature. We can see here the parasympathetic fibers which are going into the parotid gland and in turn causing parotid secretions. Basically, in Frei's syndrome, there is injury to auriculotemporal nerve. As soon as there is injury to auriculotemporal nerve, the parasympathetic fibers get injured. We can see here the parasympathetic fibers after injury regenerates into the endoneurial sheath of sympathetic fibers, the endoneurial sheath of sensory fibers. So now what will happen, that whenever the person starts to eat, the parasympathetic fibers get stimulated for the parotid secretion inside our mouth. These parasympathetic fibers, because they have also regenerated and supplied the sweat glands, blood vessels, fibers for pain, touch, temperature, they are going to cause certain symptoms. What are those symptoms? For sweat glands, there will be sweating in the patient's cheek. For blood vessels, for the blood vessels, there will be flushing in the patient's cheek. Through the sensory supply, there will be pain in the patient's cheek. The patient's cheek becomes hot and there will be hyperesthesia, means the patient's cheek will become excessively sensitive. Why this happen? Because we know sensory fibers are supplying the pain, touch and temperature. So basically what happens, once I am again going to repeat, that there will be injury to the auriculotemporal nerve, due to which the parasympathetic fibers are going to regenerate and they are also going to supply the sympathetic fiber supply. They are also going to supply the sensory fiber supply of the auriculotemporal nerve. Due to the sympathetic fiber supply, there will be sweating, there will be flushing. Due to the sensory fiber supply, there will be painful cheek, there will be hot cheek, there will be hyperesthesia in the cheek. So let's see a diagram of a patient with Frei's syndrome. Okay, this is the normal view of the patient, and this occurs when the patient starts eating. Here in the diagram, we can see that the patient's cheek has become red. Why become they are become red? Due to flushing. Why there is flushing? Because the sympathetic fibers which are supplying the blood vessels are getting activated. Some amount of sweating also we can see here. As we can see this here, the cheeks are dry, here there is slight shining, so this is also sweating. Why the sweating has occurred? Because the sweat glands are activated by the sympathetic fibers. Actually they are activated by the parasympathetic fibers, which has been regenerated. So also there is pain in the cheeks. The cheeks are hot, and there is hyperesthesia of the cheek. This is basically Frei's syndrome in a nutshell. I'll say in Frei's syndrome there is injury to auriculotemporal nerve, and when the fibers regenerate, they are going into the endoneural sheath of the other fibers and going to cause the symptoms like redness of the cheek, sweating of the cheek, painful cheeks, hot cheeks, hyperesthesia of cheeks. Thank you.